season. He is and was the bigger picture. Why is he the bigger picture, Farrakhan? Because our people were blown away that a black man might possibly become a president of the United States of America, and they wanted that. Why would I go against what the masses of our people want? I have to bide my time and wait my turn. It's my turn now, though. So, Tavis Smiley, Father Flager, Cornel West. There was one or two more. They were very displeased with Barack Obama. And they wanted to really cut him down. And they met me in my hotel in California. And there was going to be a national town hall meeting. In Chicago. And I told Reverend Jackson and all of them, never criticize your brother with vitriol so that you will join those in the Republican Party who genuinely hate him. So if you're going to criticize him, you criticize him out of love. Nobody's above criticism. I said, and remember this. Conrad Worrell had his Barack's BlackBerry number. But after brother became president, he tried the number. Barack was in orbit now. It's all right if you're a booster rocket. Know your place in the scheme of things. See, if you're the booster, he ain't going there unless the booster rocket put him in orbit. But the booster rocket does its job and falls right on back to Earth. But what it put in orbit's floating. And I said to my brothers, I said, remember, if it's 4 or 8 years, he'll be coming back to Earth. Since he was a nigger before he went up. And he was a nigger while he was there, in their mind. So when it's over, and it will be over in a few months, and I thank God, I pray that he gets out with his life, nobody harm him, or his wife, Michelle, and those 2 beautiful daughters, come on home. And I said, I wanted to say, and then maybe we can have coffee and talk about what we both can do to advance the cause of a people. And don't now, having said that, that's what I wanted to say at one point. I was thinking I was going to say it Sunday. But I think this is the best audience to hear it. Because Barack Obama gave us something. If he never gave us anything, our children will never, ever again believe that all they can be is basketball players, football players, singers, and dancers, and jokesters for white people. He killed that spirit. He could have done more, but he was always thinking of the downstate vote. That's why Reverend Wright was kind of pushed to the side when it was time for him to announce that he was running. And that's why he's not been the type of president for us that we might have loved more, because the downstate vote was always in his mind. And even though he's not running no more for president, it's over, he yet is timid in speaking up for the hurt of our people. But we thank him for the good that he could have done and the good that he wanted to do, but didn't have the strength and love enough for us that would give him the courage to do it. But he did what he thought he could do and get away with. Fight for same-sex marriage and LGBTQ rights. Immigration reform, he tried. I'm going to close Guantanamo Bay the first time I get in. Well, I thought Matthew was going to close it, but it's still open. But I thank God for our brother. He's a young man. And all I told him on television, on my Facebook page was, it's okay, brother. Don't worry about Trump saying that when he gets in, first thing he's going to do is scrap your Affordable Care Act. Let him do it. He's only showing you how much hatred he has for you. That's not your legacy. What you did from day one to the last day, that's a part of your legacy. But a period has not come to your life until death comes. So as long as you're alive, with the wisdom that you have and the years of your world experience, and we are a world people, we're all over the world. We can make him the president of the black nation after we reform his thinking. So brothers, sisters, let's continue to boycott. You can't fight him with the little pop gun you may have at home. He gave you guns, allowed us to have guns, because he knew we was just going to shoot each other. And unfortunately, that's exactly what we've done. But recently, some of us have been shooting up the police. Wow. And of course, they're blaming Farrakhan, you know. And guess what? We're being sued, you know. Did you know that? Yeah. Barack is being sued. Eric Holder, Louis Farrakhan, Al Sharpton, and Black Lives Matter. All you niggas, I mean, that's the... You the ones causing us to kill white folk. And our lawyers had the answer in court, and they still fighting, man. They want to bring us into court probably to say that Farrakhan, you're the one that inspired these peoples to kill. You're right. I can't deny the truth. I'm teaching you to wake up. I'm teaching you to defend the life that God gave you. I'm not teaching you to be an aggressor, but I'm teaching you to fight with those who fight with you. And if some of them die, then so be it. What time is it? Oh, no. Gee, I didn't realize I was going this long, but I would like to take a few questions from our brothers and sisters in the audience. I didn't come with prepared notes, although I have something here to tell you how effective the boycott was last year. How many stores went out of business because we voted with our dollars. That's the way I want us to do it this year. Just keep your money. You're hurting, aren't you? Aren't you hurting over what they're doing to us? Well, you know downtown has juice. Downtown, if they stood up, they could say to the mayor, look, mayor, them Negroes ain't spending no money with us. We got to bring them police into check. They could talk to the police chief. They could make a change. So Dr. King said, we need to redistribute our pain. You in pain over the killing of our people? We're in pain. How do you redistribute the pain? Dr. King, on the night before he was assassinated, he said, take your money out of the white bank and put it in the black bank. He said, we're not going to buy Coca-Cola. We're not going to buy Seal Test. We're not going to buy Wonder Bread. And Jesse was in the audience, and he said, Jesse, what's that other bread? Said, oh, it's Heart's bread. Said, we're not going to buy that. We're not going to give them the benefit of our dollars. If our lives don't matter, then our dollars shouldn't matter. Take your money. Now, if you started taking back out of $1.1 trillion and let some of it circulate in our community just a few times, let's say 10% of 1.1 trillion. That's 100,100,000, something like that. What could we do with $100 million if you had it right now? How much farmland could we get? How many cows could we buy? How many sheep could we buy? How much milk could we get from our cows to feed our children good, wholesome milk? How much wool could we get from our sheep? How much hide could we get from our goats and from those cows that had fulfilled their duty, take their hide and start creating shoes? Look, man, you the designer. We got black designers who go to Italy and design shoes. See this shoe here? Oh, that's a nice one too. Yeah, this top of the line stuff now. But wait. But it was black people that designed these shoes. The white man is making the money off our brains. Why can't we use our brains to make money for ourselves? That's the point. So artists organize. Cultural icons, the radio station that owns. This is a big man, but now I'm asking you not just to own the radio, but to use the radio to organize the art and cultural community for progress. Here's Rick Ross. This is my brother. I love you, brother. He's a giant in the field, and I have an album coming out. I don't know whether you heard about it, but Rick is on it, man. Who's on it?
Rick is on it, sir.
Well, stand up, brother. Who's on that album?
Our brother Rick Ross, Snoop Dogg, Common, Stevie Wonder.
Wait a minute. Farrakhan, what kind of album is that? I didn't know you rap, brother.
Oh, yes, sir.
No, wait, no. Hush. No. We got a song coming out called I'll Fight You.
Yes, sir.
It's about how God fights. See, he's whooping them now. He fights with the rain. He fights with the wind. He fights with the hurricane. He fights with the tornado. He fights with the heat. He fights with the sleet. He said, I'm God. That's who I am. I can't be beat. I fight with the forces of nature. Now, that's the level that God operates on. But what level should we fight on? See, we fight for unity. We fight for peace with each other. Each one teach one. See, we fight on our level. Ain't getting no guns, man. God taking care of that part. But naturally, if you got some, hold it now and shoot straight. Who else is on it?
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, Shaka Khan, Denise Williams, Stephanie Mills.
Any Grammy winners?
The Marleys, Damian Marley, Stephen Marley, Greg Fillinganes,
Tina Marie,
Little Jimmy Scott.
Any of you remember the older ones in here? Do you remember Little Jimmy Scott? No, you didn't know him. He was 83 when he recorded for us. He passed away, unfortunately, a little while ago, but he was the voice that started, Nancy Wilson and them. You know Nancy Wilson? Well, she's one of the great ones, but her style comes from Little Jimmy Scott, but he's on the album, and we have some of the finest musicians in the world.
Chick Corea.
We
Paul
have
Jackson Jr.
Paul Jackson Jr.
Paulina da Costa.
Oh yeah, name them, brother. What I'm trying to do with music is to show you, dear beloved artists, you don't have to sell your soul to be great. You got it. Then use it properly. Use your gift. Don't sell your soul. Yes, you're beautiful. I love Beyonce. I mean, she's one of the most beautiful women in the world, but it grieves me. I don't like to see men looking at her, gnashing their teeth. Boy, I wish I could get that. See? Get that. What's that? See, once you put your people's mind in the gutter, it's very difficult to lift them. You don't need to show your body, show your gift. Yeah, your body is a gift now. Nicki Minaj and what's that other girl? I already mentioned her. What's the other one? Rihanna. You got all these fine women out there. That's great. But don't sell sex. Sell your gift. And like David said, man, let all your gifts be a praise of God. And that's what you'll hear on this album. You'll hear classical, you'll hear gospel, you'll hear jazz, you'll hear hip hop, you'll hear calypso, you'll hear reggae. But that's all my life, right in that. My life in music. I pray, God, that it'll come out soon. I've been working on it for 12 years. And I hope it'll come out early part of next year. So I've had a wonderful time. Any question now? Oh, yes, brother.
What's up, everybody? I didn't have so much of a question. I had a challenge for everybody in here. My name is Maurice Garland. I'm a music and culture journalist, you know what I'm saying? Proud to be from Atlanta. My challenge to everybody in here is, everybody's on social media, everybody visits websites, everybody reads magazines. Spread the good news as much as, some of us spread the bad news, because, every day I get to see what people click on the most. And folks click on the beef shit. I'm sorry, people click on the beef the most. And I do believe that if we spread more of the good news, that'll have a more positive impact on everybody. Because it's like, I was one of the first people to break the story about Killer Mike in the Black Bank Challenge and how he moved millions of dollars in less than a week. That shit went through the skies. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody clicked on it because it was so rare to see that kind of news get spread. But then on the flip side of that also, you know what I'm saying, when you got your Meek Mills and your Gaines beef, you know what I'm saying, folks like to click on that and share that 2 times as much. So my challenge to everybody in here is like, be careful about what you decide to consume, first of all. You don't have to click on everything that goes on the internet. You don't have to click on it. And be even more conscious of what you choose to share with your folks that are reading it, because everybody may not have the same gift of discernment as you. What you may think is a joke is like, oh man, you know what I'm saying, this is my little bullshit, I'm going to read today. Somebody else may take that as law. They might not have had the same, educational opportunity as you. They might not have had the same, raising as you as well. So my challenge to everybody in here, if you're consuming media, whether it be television, radio, magazines, websites, make a conscious effort to share the good news just as much as the bullshit out there. That's it.
Thank you. Brother, what is your name again, brother, please?
Maurice Garland.
Maurice Garland. Thank you, brother.
Right here.
Very good what you said.
Minister Farrakhan, my name is Robert Petrie.
Yes,
I
sir.
live in Dallas, Texas. I was a friend of business associate Tacoma Cottrell, a friend of yours. In 2005, I forced the state of Texas to pass House Bill 43, where they tested every inmate that's released from prison. At first, they said we test them going in, but I forced them to test them to come out.
Yes.
They said that it would cost $5.25 to test the inmate going in. And I said, you mean $10.50 you could test the inmate coming out? So they passed that bill. My company in Dallas, Texas, own 122 acres of commercial land. So when you talk about land, I own land in the 9th largest city in America, and it's all commercial. You can ask any of the brothers in Dallas, Texas about Robert Petrie. Thank you.
Wait a minute, brother. We can't let you go because you're somebody we need to know. So we got to get his card. Yes, sir. Because you definitely know you're on the right track.
That's right.
Now, when they tested them coming out, dear brother, what did they find?
They finding that there are men coming out with AIDS. But what has to happen, they say that they can't tell the wife or the girlfriend. See, we have to force them to be able to tell if this person has HIV, AIDS, and tell the community. See, we have to force that. And that's a part that needs to be added to that House bill. But in most states, they don't test inmates coming out.
That's right.
And that's part of genocide, as you said. the conspiracy. And we have to wake up as a people because genocide is working every day. HIV, AIDS is a man-made disease. See, and if 49% of all HIV persons in America is black, and we 13.6% of the population, there's something going on, and we ought to understand that. See, when we looking at all these things that's happening to African Americans, it's by design, conspiracy.
That's right.
Everything that the
That's
minister
right.
is saying, this is true, and we need to wake up to it.
Thank you so very much, brother. Now remember, if you know you have AIDS and they tell you you can't tell anybody, they want you to spread it. It's genocide. Somebody else? This is the last one.
Hey, my name is Greg Wynn. I'm actually from right around the corner in Chicago on 79th and Low by the Final Call.
Thank you.
You touched on two things that are very important. I'm going to ask my business partner, Ron DeVoe, to stand up because real estate and financial services, we tackle that. Turn around. This man owns a real estate company right here in Atlanta. So if anybody wants a house, commercial property, this is a black-owned business right here. Right here.
New addition. Ronnie?
I was the first agent he hired just on a whim in 2005. Now, I'm a regional vice president with Primerica here, and I have an office in Snellville. My challenge is not so much black banks, white banks. There's something called the global economy. Can anybody in here get rich putting their money in a savings account? You can't.
No.
Because what they're doing, you take your $1,000 and put it in a savings account, it's going to sit there and they'll give you 0.8%. But the global economy, they're taking that same $1,000 and it's going around the world in 24 hours, and they're giving you 0.8%, and they're making 11%. The goal is to open mutual funds. That's how the white people stay wealthy. Invest in their money. Life insurance policies. How many in here owns a life insurance policy? Well, if you don't, we need to talk out back. Because that's the key. Wealth is created. You got to insure a home, a car. You can't drive a car off the lot without insuring it. And I'm on record, everybody in here, for half of what you pay in a life insurance or for your auto insurance, I can cover your entire family.
Brother, let's have your name and your card, man.
No
Look,
problem.
and this is how we help each other to become wealthy and strong. Now, Brother DeVoe, look, man. I mean, you're a giant in every way. I thank you for your great voice, and I thank you for what you're doing in real estate. That's real estate is real. Gotta have some of it in order to be a producer. May Allah bless you. Brothers and sisters, I wish I could stay with you longer, but I did stay longer than I should have because, oh yeah. Wait, brother, wait just a minute. I see my big brother, 2 Chainz is here, and his blessed mother. Where is she? And his wife. Where's Mom? All right. Now, wait a minute. May I? The brother who owns the radio station, where is my brother? Okay, hold him for me. I want to greet him and shake his hand. I wish I could shake all your hands, but honest, it would take so much energy from the old young man that I would not be as strong as I should be on Sunday. If any of you will come out on Sunday, I didn't touch everything tonight, so if you come out Sunday, we'll get to a little bit more. May Allah bless you all. Thank you so very much. My sister, we were at your place the last time we met. I'm so glad to see you. I was looking at the violin that you gave me just before I came here. Is that your son? Is that your son? How you doing, son? What's your name? Wasir. How old are you? 10? Yeah, I remember when I was 10. It was a long time ago. But you're going to be a great, great man when you grow up, son. And our duty is to keep you safe so you can be the great man that you're born to be. Where's Jermaine Dupree? Front row. Oh, boss man, I got to shake your hand now. Rick, you can't leave without me hugging you. And 2 Chainz, I wish I could just tell all of you to your face how much I love you and thank Allah for you. Where's Brooke Payne? How you doing, soldier? I'm better. I'm looking at you.
You remember the Paynes in Boston?
Yes, sir.
This is my uncle.
Oh, brother. Yes, I remember the Paynes. They were very close to me growing up in Boston. But we got to redistribute the pain. Where's Kelly Price? Ooh, that's my pretty sister. Oh, I heard you on Kanye's. Yeah. How you doing, Kelly? Oh, I love you more. Can I get a chance to shake your hand? Oh, man, I wish I could do this for everybody. Stand up and call out the brothers and sisters. Okay, tell me who you are, please.
Big Crit.